Hi, welcome to The Writing Engineer. Today, character motivations. What's the point, you might be wondering? Aren't I just making my characters do something to satisfy the needs of the story? Isn't that what it's all about? The story? No, that's really not what it's all about. Sure, as an author, you can make your characters do whatever you want. Despite what some people say, there is no such thing as the story running away from you, or the characters making their own decisions. The characters are who you've written them to be. They will do exactly what you tell them to do. But it's not always appropriate to have them do something that is completely out of their character. And that is what character motivations are about. The fact remains that you can do anything in a book. But, and this is kind of a big but, unless there is some reason for your character to be doing whatever it is that they're doing, the story's gonna feel like you're making them do stuff, not like they're making their own decisions to do whatever it is that they need to do to get the job done. There's a couple of phrases in writing that spring to mind. One of them I've mentioned before. It's called Chekhov's gun. And just a quick, short little definition of what Chekhov's gun is. If you mention in the writing of your scene that there happens to be a gun on the mantelpiece, that gun better go off, at least at some point in the story, especially if your story is a murder mystery. Otherwise, there is no point in mentioning that there happens to be a gun on the mantelpiece. It's just extra words in your story. Now, I know that there is a fine line between unnecessary words and what I'm talking about and setting the scene for your book. It may be necessary to mention that there are guns on the wall in the room that your character is in, either to establish the fact that your character likes or collects guns, or that someone that your character knows and is interacting with likes or collects guns. Maybe they even practice with them and shoot them all the time. But this should be important to the story. Otherwise, again, why are you bothering to mention it? Now you may be thinking, but I'm setting the scene, I'm creating a believable environment. But if there is no reason for the guns to be on the wall, why would they be there in the first place? I mean, do you guys have random stuff just on your wall? No, I'm sure everything is there because either you like it, or it has some sort of meaning to you, or it speaks to you as a person. That is the same thing that you need to be doing with your characters. It all comes back to that. How does this apply to character motivation? Well, who or what your character is, does, and likes will go directly to their actions in any given scene. Given what I just said about how a room is decorated, if that room happens to belong to your main character, is it likely that the main character will flee the house if they have a whole room dedicated to guns and gun-related things? My guess is likely not. But if your story requires that they leave the house, you've got to figure out some way for them to do it. You can't just have them leave the house. The reader is going to be wondering, why didn't they just grab a whole bunch of them guns and just start shooting up people? And that is a perfectly valid point. So the only way that for you to get them to leave the house is to engineer a situation inside the house that gives them no other choice than to make the decision to leave. Let's take another example. Let's suppose someone has either kidnapped your main character or someone important to your main character. Actually, let's use the someone important to your main character, as that will allow your character to act more proactively. How much harder will your main character struggle if one of the following is true? First, what if the character is just some random person that they met on the street? Second, what if the main character's the person who's been kidnapped is their next door neighbor, or a friend, or a parent, or a girlfriend / fiancé, or their wife or husband, and lastly, their child. I've listed those motivations in my ascending order, from least important to most likely that I will endanger my own life, limb, or liberty to rescue. These motivations could be different in your case, although I'm guessing probably not by a whole heck of a lot. But you get my point. Those details, the details that you should be telling your audience, need to be designed to make it obvious why your character would be willing to risk life and limb to overcome impossible odds just to succeed in the whole point of the story. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's topic. If you have, please click the like button below. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out. If you want to be notified immediately of when my next video comes up, please click the little notification bell. And over here, I believe it is, right down there. Yep. If you'd like to follow me or keep track of any of the projects that I have going on, all of my contact information is listed below. And again, hope you guys have enjoyed today's content. Thanks a lot and have a good evening. Should be designed in such a way... what the... What is going on with my friggin' thing here? Oh, hell, we'll just try it. Nope, we won't, because that looks like crap. All right. Okay, that's a little bit better. Either to establish the fact that your character has sometimes well,